about the pyramids. Well, they discovered that the main complex had a structure pointing at the summer solstice and the winter solstice. So, very interesting phenomenon. We will look at it a bit more later on. Before that, do you recognize this plant over here? Do you know this one? Yes.
Papyrus.
That's right. This is the plant that grows in the river banks of the Nile in Egypt. It was first used to create paper, quite precisely. So all these details are observations that Thor made to say that this is something else, something more. What could it be? Well, you see that on the west side, we're here on the west side of the pyramid, there's a staircase to access the top. The top is perfectly flat, and it is looking at the sunrise. In the morning, the sun rises, the pyramids are exactly pointing in that direction. So for Thor, he agreed with this idea that these were points of observation of the sun. Cool. Everybody okay with my English?
Yes.
No, no.
So this is pyramid number 5. Between the bushes, you can see a little piece of pyramid number 6. This you can see also from Cafeteria better. It is the only one that they believe that is not finished, because it is not flat on the top, but it's kind of a hill. When Thor arrived here, also the University of La Laguna was commissioned. They asked them, the government, to make some studies and determine if these structures were indeed authentic pyramids, or if they were something else, majanos or something else. And they arrived to a different conclusion than Thor. They did some digging on the main complex and found some pieces of ceramic of 200 years ago. And they determined that these were indeed majanos, structures related to the production of the agriculture. And then the government didn't have pyramid number 4 connected to number 3. It may seem the same, but they are two separate ones. And then the main plaza, remember I was speaking before about the plazas from other complexes, Mexico, Peru, Mesopotamia. For Thor, this was very significant that there were also similar plazas. Then the pyramid number 2, you can see the staircase from here, which we mentioned before also. And the one is behind number 2. It's the smallest one, and you cannot see it from here. It's hidden. Under the pyramid number 1, they found a cave behind the wall during the excavations, which was full with rests of the Guanches, the old inhabitants from the islands. There were pieces of bones, seashells, tools, rocks, and they could determine the age of the rest because, with the rocks you cannot do carbon-14, you need organic matter. It's from the 680 to 1020 from our time, but they cannot determine that this is the age of the pyramids because it's just independent. You can have a wide view of our living treasure as well. That is our botanical garden. So many endemic plants that only exist in the Canaries are here, like the Canarian palm tree, the pine tree, the tabaiba, the dragon. You see, when the park was closed to protect the pyramids, we also protected something else, which are all the seeds that were dormant in the grounds, and the plant that existed here started growing a lot. So we noticed that it was already in the direction of becoming a botanical garden. We had a